Hey, pre-algebra, we've got a quick 4-question pre-algebra lesson on fractions that involve multiple operations. So you're adding and multiplying, or exponents and dividing or subtracting. I gave you the paper in class. It should say evaluate the given expressions at the top. So grab it and a pencil and we'll get started. All right. So here we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. Like I said, not a lot. And there's more than one operation in them. So in order to solve them, we are going to have to follow PEMDAS, our order of operations. So we're going to have to do parentheses and exponents, multiplying and dividing. It depends which one comes first. And adding and subtracting, it depends which one comes first. So if you take a look in the first question, we have multiplying and dividing. And as I just said, it just depends which one comes first. So the multiplying comes first. So we're going to do that first. As you can see, there are some mixed numbers in there. We need to turn them into improper fractions. So you take your 4 times the 2 is 8 plus 1 more is 9 halves. 1 times 3 is 3 plus 2 is 5 thirds. And since the mixed number is negative, the improper fraction will be negative. And then bring down your divided by 3/4. So I'm just going to deal with the first 2 fractions because those are the 2 that are multiplied together. So the 9/2 times -5/3. And when we multiply, we just multiply straight across unless you can simplify. And I notice I can simplify because there's a 9 in my numerator and a 3 in the denominator. They both divide by 3. So if I take 9 and divide it by 3, I get 3. If I take 3 divided by 3, I get 1. So I now have 3 times -5 or -15 and 2 times 1, which is 2. Now I'm going to bring down that -3/4. So we're going to divide by 3/4. Instead of dividing by 3/4, we multiply by its reciprocal. So we keep, change, and flip. So we're going to keep -15 halves, change the division to multiplying, and take the reciprocal or flip 3/4 and write it as 4/3. Only then can you check to see if you can simplify. So the 4 and the 2, one's up top, one's down below. So we can divide both of those by 2, which will give us 2 and 1. And then multiply across -30. And 1 times 3 is 3. I just realized I missed something to simplify. -30 and 3 both divide by 3, which will give us -10/1. Or just -10. All right, let's take a look at number 2. In number 2, we have 3 operations. We have multiplying, adding, and exponents. We do have parentheses, but remember, there has to be something you can do inside the parentheses. And the only thing in our parentheses is 1/2. You can't do anything with the 1/2. So we go on to exponents. So you can see I'm just rewriting my pieces. All right, 1/2 to the 3rd power means that you're going to take 1/2 multiplied by itself, 1/2, 3 times. So we have 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. Bringing down everything else. So 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. Don't accidentally add. So we've got the exponents done. Now we have multiplying and adding. According to PEMDAS, you have to multiply first. So I'm going to multiply 1/9 by 5/8. 1 times 5 is 5. 9 times 8 is 72. We're going to add 1/8 to that. And when we get to adding, adding's a little different than multiplying because we have to have a common denominator. And 72 and 8, those are our denominators. They are not the same. So we're going to have to multiply 1 and 8 by something so that we can reach that 72. So we're looking for the least common multiple of 8 and 72, which is 72. And 8 times 9 is 72. So we're going to multiply the 1 times 9 also. So we get 5 over 72 plus 9 over 72. And 5 plus 9, see, common denominators now, so we can add our numerators. 5 plus 9 is 14 over 72. And then double check to see if you can simplify. 14 and 72 both divide by 2. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 72 divided by 2 is 36. Number 3. In number 3, we have subtracting, multiplying, and we do have parentheses this time. So we're going to have to do what's in the parentheses first, which is multiplying. So the 2 1/2, I'll just bring straight down. Oops, sorry guys. Minus. All right, so we're going to take -3/4 times 2. Like I said, 2 as a fraction is 2 over 1. So write it as such. And then you can multiply across. So 3 times 2 is, whoops, -3, Mrs. Simpson. Yeah, -3 times 2 is -6. And 4 times 1 is 4. And I just realized, heck, we could have simplified, right? 6 and 4 both divide by 2. So really we have 2 1/2 minus -3 over 2. Hopefully you are thinking to yourself, Mrs. Simpson, there is a mixed number. We need to get rid of it, because there is. So 2 1/2, we're going to turn into 5 halves. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. Minus -3 halves. Notice I wrote the wrong thing. Right. Let's try again. All right, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. And then minus -3 over 2. Since we have subtraction, we're going to add the opposite. So we have 5 over 2 stays the same. We'll add. And the opposite, not the reciprocal, don't flip it. The opposite of -3 over 2 is a positive 3 over 2. So you can then add your numerators, which gives you 8 over 2. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So it comes out to a nice whole number. All right, try it on your own this time. Check out the team huddle. Hopefully you paused your video and you have an answer, and we're going to get back to it. We have exponents, division, and adding. Exponents come first in PEMDAS. So we're going to take 1/9 times 1/9. And then bring everything else down. 1/9 times 1/9 is 1 over 81. We then have dividing and adding. We have to divide before we add. But instead of dividing fractions, we keep the first fraction, change the division to multiplying, and take the reciprocal or flip the second fraction, 9 over 4. Oh, I see something we can simplify. 9 is in the numerator, 81 is in the denominator. Both of those divide by 9. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 81 divided by 9 is 9. Then we can multiply across. 1 and 9 times 4 is 36. And then bring down plus 1/6. When we're adding, you need common denominators. We do not have common denominators. So multiply 1/6 by 6 over 6. So we'll give you 136 plus 6 over 36. Then we can add our numerators and get 7 over 36. If you were thinking to yourself, Mrs. Simpson, I got 7 over 36, and that was the same answer to number 2. Not sure how that happened, but it did. All right, so a couple things to remember. If you're multiplying or dividing, you can multiply or divide as you wish, even if they don't have a common denominator. But if you're adding and subtracting, you need common denominators. And make sure you turn any mixed numbers into improper fractions. And just so you know, I will be checking this for completion, and it will be worth a homework assignment. So there's nothing additional you need to do for homework except have this with you when you come to class tomorrow. Talk to you guys later.